This video right here is for the girlies who are feeling stuck, who are feeling lost, who are feeling like they don't have a purpose, who are feeling like they know it's something more to life, but what they're doing right now is just not it. You want to escape, but you know that you cannot escape your own self. You cannot escape your own problems. You have to go through it in order to get to the next destination. You have to go through whatever you are faced with right now, currently in this season, so that way you can elevate. You can win in the next season. But in order for you to do that, you have to make a change. We're going to do these things in 90 days. And at the end of the 90 days, if you do all of these steps that I'm telling you to do, the ones that I personally did myself, you will see a change. I broke this video down into 3 main points so that way it's easy for you to keep up with and remember. The first thing we're going to talk about is our spiritual and our mental health. The second thing is our physical health. The third thing is our physical attraction, our physical appearance, the outer, okay? Because we also want to not only feel good, but we want to look good as well. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. So number 1, the spiritual and the mental aspect of it all. Understand that you must do the inner work before you can ever see any outer beauty, any outer aspects, any outer change. If you do not change your inner, you're not gonna see the outer change. Personally, what I did and what I know to work, you're gonna have to start doing prayer and fasting. These two combined, first of all, you already want to pray anyway. That's point blank period. But to pray and fast and combine these two things, oh man. In the words of Prophetess Tiffany Montgomery, it's like adding dynamite to prayer whenever you combine it with fasting, y'all. Think about how much can change simply by you going on a 3-day fast. Now, I'm not saying for these next 90 days that you need to fast every single day, but what I am saying that you need to fast at least 3 days out the month. So for the first 30 days, you're gonna pick 3 days out the month to fast. Second month, 3 days you're gonna fast. Third month, 3 days you're gonna fast. Typically what I do is I fast the first 3 days of each month, and I actually started to do this when I joined Prophetess Tiffany Montgomery's ministry called Covered by God. You can just look her up on the internet, coveredbygod.co. And if you sign up for her email list, she will literally send you emails about the fast that we do each and every month, okay? So you can do that, or what you can do is just go to her YouTube channel. It's Tiffany Montgomery, and we literally do corporate fast on there the first 2 days of each month. Make that a habit. I want you to also commit to no complaining and no gossiping, because the thing is, whenever we use our tongues to speak out negative energy, that's what you're gonna get back in return. If you're focusing on complaining the whole time, you're not focused on, okay, what's the end goal? What can I do to improve? What can I do to get better? You're always focusing on gossiping. You're not gonna get where you need to be. The people that you're actually gossiping about, they're most likely probably are doing better than you, because they're not focused on you. They're not focused on talking about you. Cut that out. We're no longer doing that. These next 90 days, focus on no gossiping, no complaining. Also, I want you to implement prayer and worship music for 30 days straight. 30 days straight, nothing but prayer and worship music. If you feel like you want to listen to secular music, just turn it off, okay? Listen, find something else to listen to, find something to watch. Do not listen to secular music for 30 days. Only praise and worship music. When I tell you, this strategy right here is dynamite. I have done this twice so far. One time I did it because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just listen to praise and worship music. I didn't think nothing of it, but I just wanted to change, you know, the music that I was listening to, the music I was hearing, the music that I was putting in my ears. I just wanted to change it. And when I tell you, not even 7 to 14 days within that month of me listening to nothing but praise and worship music, halfway into it, y'all, I received my very first big, like, graphic design social media marketing client. I got that money on, okay? I got that money on. When I tell you, God sent this lady to literally pay my way for the next couple of months after I had just set aside only 30 days of praise and worship music. Focus on prayer and worship, because I'm trying to tell you, when you are listening to nothing but prayer and worship music, it's gonna drown out all the negative noise. That's the whole purpose of it. Also, like I mentioned earlier, prayer and fasting. Make sure that even when you are not fasting, you are still praying. Like, make sure that you are not missing a day of prayer. I'm not saying that you gotta go and do an hour of prayer, but you can pray at least 5 to 10 minutes out your day. You can. Now, this is a bonus. I'm not saying that you have to do it, but I am saying that the closer you get to God, the better off you'll be. Okay, so what I personally recommend and what I do is read 4 chapters out of the Bible a day. Next, let's get into the physical health of it all. After we have made sure that we are working and we are uprooting and we are cleansing out our spirit, our mind, our body, our soul, right? Our will and emotions. Now we can go on into the physical health of it all. These next 90 days and beyond, you will be taking vitamins. I'm not about to bombard you with a whole list load of vitamins, especially if you're just now starting out with changing your life. You do not want to bombard yourself so much, because when you have too many steps and a whole big long list, it's hard to actually complete something. So I'm only going to give you 2 vitamins in a bonus. You have your probiotics, which is going to cleanse out your gut. Very, 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 very good. If you were trying to slim down that waist, you need to take probiotics. Okay? Want to snatch that waist? Take the probiotics. Okay? Also fast, like I mentioned earlier. But probiotics definitely, and then also a multivitamin. You need to be taking this as well, so that way the vitamin levels in your body can be balanced. And honorable mention, y'all, you already know this is sick weather, okay? Sick season. You need to be taking your wild oil of oregano. I just got chills down my body, because when I tell you that stuff is so powerful, okay? You got any type of virus, the bacteria, cold, cough, any flu, oil of oregano, that's what you need to be doing, okay? Also, I do want to mention this. If you do not have the means to be keeping up with these vitamins day in and day out, you know that you can buy you some apple cider vinegar, and that can be something that you can take as a supplement if you do not have the means to get the rest of the vitamins. You're literally gonna take 1 tablespoon, because if you're new to this, do not take 2. I know the internet says take 2, but your insides will be burning, okay? If you're used to taking the apple cider vinegar, you can take 1 or 2 tablespoons, and then you're gonna dilute it with an 8 ounce of water. If you are new to taking apple cider vinegar, only 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in 8 ounce glass of water. Normally, I like to make sure my water is a little bit warm, because my stomach is able to digest it and take it a little bit more. You can also make sure that you add honey to taste as well. It's an excellent supplement to take, y'all. Look up all the benefits. Go on Google and look it up. Also, when it comes to your physical health, make sure that you're drinking water. I'm not saying that you have to go as hard and drink a whole gallon of water a day, but you need to make sure that you're consistent when it comes to drinking your water. So if you're gonna make sure that you're drinking 3 bottles of water, 4 bottles of water a day, make sure that you take enough though. Okay, don't just be like, okay, I'm gonna drink 1 and 2, and then the rest of the day I'm gonna drink Coke. No. Get enough water and make sure that you're consistent. If you say you're gonna do 4 bottles of water or half a gallon a day, then you need to be drinking your 4 bottles of water and your half a gallon every single day. Also, make sure that you start waist training. Get you a waist trainer. If you do not have a waist trainer, okay, it's not the end of the world. Okay, it's not the end of the world. But if you can get you a waist trainer, get you one and make sure that you're wearing it. I started wearing mine for 8 hours a day, per my girl Ashley Dawson. When I tell you the results, how I'm looking, how I'm feeling fine as wine. Literally. When I put that waist trainer on and it just sucks in everything, my midsection, baby, and I put them clothes on, it just fits so well. It fits so beautifully. Not only that, but when I take off that waist trainer at the end of the 8 hours, I be like, oh wow. That waist be like, let's also get into our weight, right? So say if you want to lose weight, you want to go into a caloric deficit. I'm not saying that you have to purchase a gym membership, because honestly, let's be for real here. Weight loss does not start at the gym. Weight loss starts in the kitchen. I lost over 30 pounds. It wasn't because I exercised. It was because I went into a caloric deficit. I stopped eating so much. I cut back on calories. And honestly, it wasn't on purpose. It was on accident, because I started doing the prayer and fasting that I mentioned to y'all earlier. When you are working on your spiritual health, everything else falls in line, including your physical health. And even though that I said that you don't necessarily have to purchase a gym membership to lose weight, you still want to get your body used to working out, because it does have benefits as well. You don't have to work out an hour a day. You can do 20 minutes a day. You can do 10 minutes a day, as long as you are consistent. Also, do not forget to stretch, y'all. Stretch when you are doing it. I have a habit of not stretching right before I work out. But stretching can also help out with any back pains that you may be facing. Now, last but not least, point number 3, let's jump into the physical appearance of it all. Because let's face it, we want to be spiritually healthy. We want to be physically healthy, but we also want to look good, okay? You're gonna make sure that you have a hygiene routine. Do not skip out. It is so easy as mothers. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a mom of 2. It's so easy to say, okay, I'm about to jump in the shower really quickly while my kids, they may be eating or doing whatever, playing with their toys. But it's like go, 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 go after you get out the shower. You don't put on no lotion. You're skipping out on putting on your oil. Like, make sure that you are completing your entire hygiene routine, okay? This right here will help you get into the mode of, you know what? I do look good. You know what? I am actually a baddie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to get back into the swing of things and get back into the mode of things so that way you can start back feeling like that girl again. When it comes to what you're wearing, let me tell you something. When I became a mom, I went into this deep, dark postpartum depression, and I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to take a bath. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to brush my teeth. I wanted to lay in the bed and soak in my own depression. But when I got out of that depression, it was like I was starting over from ground zero. I was starting over from scratch. And it was like, what do I even wear? Let me tell you something. When you are coming out of that, what you can easily just put on and what you can easily wear and what will still look good is matching sets, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I literally have black on black, and you better throw on some jewelry. Throw on some jewelry. Okay? You can wear a matching set and you will look great. Now, what will turn you up even more is when you are keeping up with your hair, your nails, and you're throwing on a little makeup. I'm not saying that you got to do a full face like I did, but what I am saying is that when I did a full face and when I did start wearing a little bit of makeup, I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh. That's what I am saying. Don't you want that? You know, remain humble, okay? That's why you're doing the spiritual healthy. You're not going to skip out on that step, okay? So that way you can remain humble when you elevate in your physical appearance, right? All right now. But anyway, when it comes to these things, like I said, makeup, you can throw on something on your lips. You can throw on some mascara. You can throw on a little bit of concealer. You can do your eyebrows. Easy peasy. Now, when it comes to doing all of this stuff in the morning, I understand that it can be overwhelming sometimes, especially if you have kids like me. It can be overwhelming. So what I personally did, I invested into my look. So I don't have to do my eyebrows. I went to get my eyebrows microbladed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can literally do these things to help eliminate some of what you have to do in the mornings. If you like to wear false lashes, you can do a DIY lash cluster. It's not all about spending your money. You can literally look up YouTube videos to see how to DIY these things, okay? Or if you are, you know, you do have the extra income, you can get your lashes done. Get a classic lash though, so that way it looks very natural. It's gonna make you feel good when you look good, right? Now, when it comes to your hair, you don't have to get a silk press like me. You literally need to be making sure that you are getting something that you can maintain. If you know that you want a pixie cut, but you cannot maintain it, then don't get it. Now, when it comes to your nails, I literally do my own nails. This is a nail set that I did, and I literally do these nails with a gel nail set that I purchased off of Amazon. Now, you're gonna have to purchase like additional things such as like your nail dehydrator, your primer, and your builder gel as well. But the kit comes with like the top coat, it comes with your filers and all of that. So, you know, easy peasy. If you want to purchase additional things such as like your nail drill, you can do that as well. But the whole point of this is to tell you that you don't have no excuses. If money was an excuse, now money doesn't need to be an excuse, because you can set aside time to do these things yourself. The more you want to improve your life, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You will do it. If you want it bad enough, you will get it done. Well, that's it for today's video. I'm so happy that y'all tuned in. Thank you for watching. Also, Make sure that you are following me on other social medias because I post different types of videos on my TikTok, on my Instagram, and on my Facebook as well. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that way you can see more faith-based content. So I make uplifting content, but not only uplifting content, but I'm putting the girls down. I'm putting the girls on, okay? If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe and follow me on my other socials as well. I love y'all so much and have a great day.